catch 'em all.
Alright guys, so I'm taking a look at an optical drive. This is an external optical drive. A lot of times you can use this for your laptop. You could also use it for your desktop if you wanted to. A lot of the desktops and laptops these days do not include an optical drive. With cloud storage, USB thumb drives, and just having the ability to store things online so easily, it just really isn't as often used. But there are still people that want them, need them, and prefer to have them. So having an external portable option is really great, because if you have a desktop and a laptop, you can just kind of transport it between the two or share it with people in the family. Really cool. This particular unit's kind of nice in that it is an aluminum. You can see here DVD. Watch DVDs. And this is the actual unit. So I have it open right now. You can see the button where you open it. There's a little LED light and a little eject, like emergency eject, so you can actually open it if you need to. You have a nice gloss finish, and you have a shiny surface on the top, a little bit of an angle, so it has this brushed look, but it's very smooth. And you can see some fingerprint, so again, fingerprint magnet. And on the bottom, you have these little rubber feet, which actually work really well because it doesn't slide around or move on the table. It's also not going to vibrate when the drive is actually spinning. You have your excuse me, USB. And the cool thing about this is with the newer laptops, you may not have a standard USB plug, so it does include this little adapter, which actually feels of really good quality. It seems to be metal, not plastic. And this is going to adapt it so that it is a USB-C. So you can very easily just plug that in and convert that over. No extra things to buy. And you have this perfectly fine in either scenario. Then you have these. This actually makes a really solid connection. I could actually hang this from the actual cable, and it would actually support the weight. And this is actually really well built. It's got some weight to it. So this is your power cable. So you got power and you got data. Now here's the thing. If your USB port's strong enough, you can just use this cable. You don't have to have the other. You may need it, so it's nice they included it. But I was able to use USB 3 and 2 on this laptop, which is a little older. It's probably 5 years old, and it actually worked just fine, no problem. So your mileage may vary. Keep that in mind if you have any issues. Plug and play. You can use it with a variety of different operating systems. Of course, like I said, desktops, laptops, and all. And this thing with this nice glossy finish and this brushed finish is way more aesthetically pleasing than some of the other drives out there. It also has a metal cover over this, so it might actually be more durable because of that as well. And it does feel like hefty in weight and in quality. It looks of good quality too. In USB 3, you're going to have speeds that are going to be rated higher than USB 2. I don't know how significantly that's going to impact things, because for the most part USB 2 has served us all fine for so long. In this particular instance, if you were using it for a thumb drive or something, that might be different. So there is some information provided in the event that you have questions or issues or anything else. You can reference this, utilize the information provided. But overall, it's just a really nice option. I do like the cables when they're built in and integrated into the unit, so you don't have to lose the cables. And I like the kind that are removable. I don't even know if they make them where they're fixed and they can't be removed, but I'm glad that that is not what this is. Gives you some flexibility. And this, you can actually probably find these power cable if you needed to, because it's a barrel connector on one end. It's sort of proprietary, but not exactly, because I've seen some like that with other devices. But the good thing is this would be basically the same as you would get with an external portable hard drive. So if you lost this, it'd be pretty easy to replace it. You could probably contact the company and get one, but you could find these pretty easily, abundantly, in addition to just going back to the company if you needed to. So real quick, I'll show you what it looks like in use, and I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the sound of the DVD spinning, but you know, you can definitely hear it when it spins up, spins down. So it's not super quiet, but it's not any different than any other CD drive that I've heard in that regard, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. I don't know, the rubber feet on the bottom are very soft, so I have a pretty nice table here, and obviously I don't want to damage the you can see that it's got a pretty good size on the little feet. They're nice soft rubber, so that's really nice. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you really quickly. It's a useful item. I have multiple laptops and a couple of desktops, so it's good to have more than one. So you might see that I have some other that I've owned in the past in other videos, but I think this was one of my favorite because it has the most premium look and feel as far as weight and the actual metal finish. The others are all plastic, so really cool. Check it out. I don't know about copyright, so I won't show you the video playing per se, but like a little corner, you hopefully will see a little bit of movement. But it is playing, audio works fine, and if you want to find out more, there's going to be a link below the video. Okay? Thanks. Let's jump into checking out what it sounds like, if you can hear it, and just seeing it work real quick. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got it plugged in here, and I am utilizing just the USB, just the data connection. The additional power connection is not needed. I suppose if you have a lower power device, possibly that will be needed, but it isn't required, at least in my case. And I've tried it with both USB 2 and USB 3. Both are operational. I don't know about the copyright of this, so I don't want to show like the actual video, really, but I mean, I don't know if you can see a little bit of movement there with the colors changing and everything. So it's actually playing, but I don't want to deal with any copyright, so the volume is muted. So there's the unit plugged in, working, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the eject button. See a little green light right there. I don't know how well it shows up. Pops open, got the DVD in place. And that's pretty much it as far as the actual functionality. If you, for some reason, had an issue where it got stuck, you can unplug it, disconnect all power. And there's a little hole on the front. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right in there. And you can put a little paper clip in there, and that'll cause it to pop open in the event you had to do so. So yeah, that is pretty much all there is to it. So I'm going to leave a link down below. If you want to find out more about this, check it out. You can do so. You can also see it's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet if you lay your fingers on top a lot, which I was doing this to push the button with my thumb. So laying my hand flat on top and pushing the button. You will get some fingerprints, but it's easy to wipe off. Nice, shiny, smooth finish. Okay, so check out the link below if you want to find out more about this. And otherwise, thanks for watching.